Welcome to the dark future. Welcome to Red Sky City. I'm Tormented by Gnomes. I'll be your game master today. Joining us, we have the one, the only global icon, national treasure, Golden Boy. We've got Necra, we've got Seltzer, we've got Hello Kelly Link. Welcome back, all of you. Alex, it is fantastic to have you with us in Red Sky City again. How the heck are you doing?
Doing great. I'm excited. I want to blow something up. I have so many stories about the gooches that I've been ripping. It has been incredible. I mean, truly, like, if you've ever seen just a gooch just get ripped from the fleshy unders of a person's body, it's fantastic. All that and more today on Red Sky City.
Welcome back.
Missed you, Al.
Yeah, oh, Necker, you're not ready for this.
I don't think you're ready for Necra.
Oh, that's actually true. I mean, I heard she's quite savage. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Actually,
we'll get along.
Yeah, no, the two of you are going to get along just fine. I hope everyone is doing really well. I hope everyone who's out there watching, listening, is doing better than the citizens of Night City. When we last left our heroes, the RABIDS virus was in the process of tearing its way through Red Sky City, taking over systems in its way, causing massive corporate sabotage, and our heroes had enacted swift vengeance on Liam Madras. They may not have a whole lot of answers about the people who he left in his wake, but they also left him as a splattered mess across the desert floor. So we've got some wins, we've got some losses. Necra, how you doing today? How's everything going on your side?
Everything's going great. I'm ready to, pummel some faces in. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Excellent. How are things in your world, Seltzer?
Yeah, it's good. I got a sleepy kitty cat over here and another one over there, and it doesn't really get much better than that. So
I had the last show that I did, I was really, really lucky. My cat chose until just after I signed off to sit literally not just on my mouse pad, but like on my hand, which was on the mouse, which is his way of saying it is now food and or love time. But whatever the hell you're doing doesn't matter. You're done.
so sweet. And Joseph, how are your pets? How's everybody doing?
They're good. One of them is at the vet right now, but it's for a routine dental appointment. So,
Sending love anyway. Glad to hear it.
Thank you. I haven't had to wake up at 2 a.m. to clean up bodily fluids for almost a week now, so life is definitely on the ups.
Yay.
Oh, what about you, Kelly? How are things?
Well, I did have to clean up my dog's bodily fluids a lot the other night, so I guess my life's on the downs right now, but she's doing a lot better today, and I'm doing great. I've had 2 days of incredible D&D tabletop gaming, and I'm ready to wrap up my stretch of tabletop gaming, of course, with Red Sky City.
Magnificent. So refresh me, team, except for the Monarch. Where physically did we leave you folks? Because if I recall correctly, you had literally just dunked Liam Madras over the edge. And I don't remember if you made your way back to the bunker and hid the car, or if you were still out at the abandoned chromium mine in the desert. Whichever of those is a fine place to start. Where would you like to be for starters?
I do believe we hid the car only because I remember some sort of Gundam tarp conversation, but that's solid.
Yes. And then I believe we found the car and we were about to go to the Recluse before we wrapped up, I think.
Yes.
Is where we left off.
All right. That sounds about right. It is roughly then that Jim Fingers makes a call out to his go-to troubleshooter, face shooter, Gooch Ripper, the Monarch, and says a whole lot of panicky things about a virus taking over the city and dispatches him to your location immediately. Now, if you recall, this is shortly after a terrorist organization took over the airwaves to say, hey, we're going to fry the city to kill the virus and also all the corpos. So the Monarch is en route. Alex, you are free to enter the scene immediately or whenever you'd like. They are currently getting ready to hop in their stolen flying car to go off to a meeting. You want to drop in now or you want to meet them up later? Either's totally good.
I would like to set the scene. Go
ahead.
I would like to set the scene. Now, you guys are you guys out in in a street area, in a desert area, in a foresty area. Where are you guys at right now?
In the city, describe
In the
real
city.
quick, if you could, the Gundam tarp situation, team.
Sure. Yeah, we had we're parked near, but not suspiciously close to the wreckage that once was our apartment building. That is the, cover your ears, Zara and Ms. Frisk. We're in the basement of our old apartment building. And then we came out and we're on the streets right around there. We had like a big blue tarp over top of our flying thing, and then I believe a cardboard drawing of a flying machine that was shifted in front of the flying machine. Yes.
Interesting. Would you say that the area is dusty, moody almost? How would you describe the location? Yeah, right. Maybe a little empty, a little barren in some areas because of the wreckage and stuff.
That all sounds
Screen
very
sheets blowing in the wind.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, man.
I'd say that there's some distant chaos going on, fires glistening in the background, contrasting against the night sky.
I like that. That's it.
Sirens.
And that is where the goddamn Monarch comes into play, because he's gonna walk in as he comes through the dust and the fires and the shadows. A shadowy figure will appear, looking super badass, mind you, and like, you know, buff as shit, right? And he's gonna show up, and you know, there's gonna be some like explosions in the background. Obviously, cool guys don't look at explosions. That's a scientific fact. As he makes his way in, rocket launcher stringed on his left shoulder, his trusty assault rifle with a sniper scope, by the way, still on that sumbitch. He's making his way through. He finds you guys and he says, "The hell happened here?" And then that's basically where he's at.
All right. Natalie and the Frizz, the familiar visage of the Monarch, you know, strolls confidently down the alleyway. Zara, under normal circumstances, I would say, you know what, there's actually a good chance that you may have heard of the Monarch. Alex, can you roll a reputation check for me, please?
You got it. Check this out. It's going to shatter your brain when I roll this reputation after I find it. Booyah. I don't know what it was.
Oh my
21.
God.
The Monarch? No way.
Yeah, I
is-
know.
You guys know the Monarch?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
actually know who he is really.
What do you mean? We did a thing together. Remember Chet? He's still my best friend.
Was that you?
God damn it. You know what? I can't. I'm tired of what. Anyway, what the hell is going on right now? Step away for 1 minute and look. And I tell you, Natalie, I gotta tell you about these gooches that I rip. Obviously, that's going to be for another day. But what the heck is going on? Jim calls me frantically out of nowhere, asking me to show up. Everything's all gone to crap. I mean, guys, I step away for a moment. I'm just trying to casually rip some gooches in peace. Gee, shoot people in the face.
Did you ever think that maybe because you decided to just step away and go on a little gooch ripping spree,
Okay.
that maybe it wasn't the best time for that? Maybe I look up at Jonah and I'm like, we needed you, you know, so we could prevent all
Oh.
of this?
I remember Jebediah. He's still alive. That's awesome. Way to go, man. I'm super happy for you.
I mean, like, barely. Like, we're lucky.
Listen, okay. Someone had to go and live up to the deal that we made with Double or Nothing. Okay. So I had to go out there and handle some business. That's how I roll. You guys know this. All right. The fact that I even stayed with you as long as I did is impressive enough as it is. Okay. I'm a freelancer. I just jump around from gig to gig. And sometimes one gig shoot people in the face. You know, mind you, didn't shoot that Beetle guy in the face. You know, also went and shot other people in the face and then ripped some gooches, blew some stuff up. By the way, have you guys encountered any clowns? Because if there are clowns around here, I don't want to
Actually,
be
yes.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, about that.
Don't go to Network 54. Just stay away from that.
Wait, your old office building?
Technically, it's our new office building.
And the clowns are there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How'd you let that happen? I thought we killed them all.
No, sweetie, no. You remember that? There were so many clowns.
Yeah,
Monarch.
but like, you know, just blow them up next time. You know, just grab a rocket launcher and shoot them. Just it doesn't matter where
See,
it goes, just so long as it lands in
where
front of them.
were
You
you?
just want their little clowny
these
bits all
ideas.
over the place.
And I turn back to Frizz and Zara, and I'm like, this is why we should feel lucky to have Monarch back. He's got all the solutions. Just ask him. Anyway, are you joining us today, or did you just come here to kind of observe?
Well, you know, partially observed for sure, but you know, I'll step in where I need to. And who's this one? And he points over to oh my god, what's Zara? Zara. Oh, when I hear Zara, I think of Zaro's bread basket from a place that I used to go in the Bronx. Anyway, points over to Zara, and I'll just say, what's this person's deal?
Yeah, how do I explain myself to you? I am a journalist. Zara is a little bit starstruck here, knowing the business and the rapport of the Monarch, right? Yeah, stuttering over her words. I'm a
She
journalist.
punches people too.
I like to get to the bottom of things, you know? I like to mess people up where it hurts the most, and that's usually their reputation.
Nice. Okay. I mean, I prefer to mess people up by, you know, blowing them up to bits or shooting them in the face. But, you know, I mean, I guess that works out as well.
That too. That too. The last time we went on to an adventure at Network 54, my first visit with these wonderful folks, I threw 2 people out of the top of the building.
You
You
threw
see,
them off
Monarch,
the
we
top of
haven't
the
missed
building?
you at all. We've in fact replaced you.
Oh, well, screw that. I'm replacing you, Natalie. I like this girl. She's great. All right, off we go. What the hell you guys need help with today?
Well, piloting this airship, but you replaced me, so you know what? I'll just leave you to it.
You're the driver. Just drive. You have one job.
Didn't
Just
even
drive.
get my snark, and she like throws herself into the pilot seat. Like,
Jeez, you know, she's a little bit more wound up lately. Clearly, she's angry that I haven't been here for a while.
Oh,
Goodness
a lot of
gracious.
missed you.
stuff
You see
has
me like
gone
touch
down.
the inside of the glass, like.
That's disturbing.
You used to be my senpai.
All right, where are we going?
Well, Miss Frizz and I have some business. We were trying to figure out the source of the rabid virus, and we got a couple of hot tips that there might be somebody named the Recluse that we can go talk to. Have you heard of them before?
The Recluse. The Recluse. Is this someone I would have heard of, Joseph?
Give me a knowledge of Night City, local knowledge, local expert, I believe it's called.
Yeah. 10. I don't know shit.
10. Some kind of a geek.
Okay. You know, I'm not too familiar with him, but I know that my brother, you know, before Jim Fingers got him killed, rest in peace, Peter Santos. I know he dealt with a lot of those nerd people and stuff. You don't know, Zara, that Jim Fingers got my brother killed, right? Is Jim around here at all?
Oh,
No? He looks around
Jim's-
to see if Jim's here.
not here.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Anyway, moving on though. He pays me. Yeah, I don't know much about this guy, but I feel like he may need a good beating. Am I wrong in thinking that?
Hopefully not. I think we're trying to get some information out of them, especially given that the rabbits have come and infested Night City. So we're hopeful to get to the bottom of this. We really want to try to figure out whether or not oh no, who is the name of this person? Raish Bartmoss, the creator of the Hellhounds and the Rabids. Supposedly the Recluse has some information about them.
Okay. All right. Here's a checklist. This is what we need. We need some rope. Number 1, who has rope? He looks around, you know, trying to see if anyone's got rope. No?
I feel like
Anyone?
one of us actually does have rope. Didn't we grab rope?
Jonah pulls some rope out of his bag.
That's my
There it
guy.
is, James. I knew this guy was a smart one. All right. We need some rope. We need pliers. Anyone have pliers here?
Oh, I have a multi-tool. Yeah.
Can you turn it into some pliers?
Yes, there's pliers in there. Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Also, we need a knife. Luckily, I happen to have like 30 on me. So, you know, I just have a knife.
Where do you keep him?
Oh, just all about, you know, you never know when you need to shank someone. So you got all that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get there. We're going to catch him. I'm going to threaten to shoot him in the face. We're going to tie him up. If need be, we're going to rip his toes bit by bit. Start with the toenails. Then we make our way to the toes. After we're done with the toes, we move our way to the fingers. From the fingers, we start to chop off. But you don't want to chop off, though. And listen to this, Zara. This is really important. You don't want to start chopping off like right here. You want to go from the tip, and then you want to start making your way down. Make that sumbitch suffer real good. And then we'll get the information we need.
Okay.
Everyone good? Yeah?
All right.
Perfect.
Natalie's just pounding the inside of the window, like, get in the car!
It's like we haven't missed a beat. And Monarch makes his way to the car.
All right. The team loads up into the AV, and Natalie, who's still getting, what's your score now in piloting air vehicles? You've been picking this up. Is it what, 2?
Sir, it is a 1.
All right, just checking. Just checking. The team rolls out, and it's not a far trip to the cafe in old Japantown where the Recluse is known to lurk. Now, the netrunners amongst us, by which I mean, the Frizz, and when Jerax is here, I still mean the Frizz, know a thing or two about the Recluse, who only meets people in the lobby of her server, of her network. She only meets people in digital space, never actually in person. Fortunately, you're already in the know enough that you can get an audience as needed. So the only person who can go in and directly talk to this person who refuses to show their face in meet space is going to be the Frizz. But if your friends are nearby, because you'll be standing in augmented reality, you can at least talk sort of through her. You come inside, there's a special code word you have to give, or you ask for the daily special. You have to ask for it in Japanese. You have to use the exact right intonation. But as a netrunner of report in this town, you know all the right things. They're going to usher you into the back room and bring you like tea and no food at all, and then leave. And there's a network access point in this room. It's almost one of those back rooms with couches along the edges and a nice table in the middle, like a very private booth, a curtain over it, nestled way at the back of the restaurant. What would you like to do?
Well, first, I just want to say, you mean to tell me that this fucking person was a digital douchebag the whole time? And what do we have the rope for?
I
I
wasn't
know, you
sure
came in shouting
how
about
to
rope.
break that to you.
But like, someone should have just said something beforehand. Oh, Monarch, this person is a digital douchebag. Instead, you just let me go on, and now my new protege thinks that I'm a psychopath. I'm not crazy.
I like your thinking. I like your thinking, okay? I just wanted to hear you out and see what you had to say, because I think that's going to come in handy in the future.
Yeah, well, you watch. And remember when I said, little bits at a time. Trust me, okay?
Uh-huh.
Trust me. I've taught Natalie everything she knows. Tell her, Natalie.
It's true. You cut off a little bit of the finger at once, and then you wait, because then you have more for later.
Exactly. This is great.
Frizz, do you have any technology on you could use to tap the rest of the party into this conversation, or are you gonna have to literally sit there having a conversation with a ghost and then telling everyone else the Recluse said this? I cannot hear you. I grant myself 1 IP.
Unmute yourself, Kel.
Sorry, that was me. Sorry, my dogs were barking. I take out my bag and I open it. Yeah, you get 1 IP. Congratulations, Joe. And I'm kind of like sifting through things. I find a few like tangled up cords that you get from like airplanes. Like if you like want like the $3 headsets from, maybe. Do you guys want to listen in?
Sure.
Natalie just kind of leans her ear close to Frizz, and she's like this, or and
No. You can plug it, and I plug in all these really nasty old headsets, and maybe one of them has earwax in it. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had him. And I offer it to the rest of the crew.
I'm gonna clean all the ear cheese out of my headset and listen in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
I didn't.
That
I
looks
wasn't
nasty.
prepared.
No, I don't.
It's
I don't like
okay.
that.
Okay.
I don't want to stick that in my ear. Look, I'm into some things. definitely not that. So
I
I'm
hand
just
you an
gonna-
alcohol wipe, which Natalie has had on her person since her birth year of 2020.
So I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. So then I'll use the one part of the alcohol wipe, but then I use the rest of it to clean my gun, and I'm like half paying attention and half like cleaning my weapon. So
That'll eat at the
That's me.
chrome.
yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, I did have one quick above board question, Joseph, just in case any of the things help me here. But I did go up to level 4 in teamwork. Is there any additional communication or connections we
So if you're called upon to make a teamwork check to represent getting the assistance of company resources and stuff like that, then yes. But otherwise, teamwork rank 4 doesn't unlock any of the really cool stuff. Teamwork
I don't
rank
get
5
Jonah
does.
too. Second Jonah.
Yeah, normally characters start out with rank 4 in their special role ability, but because we basically were just cheesing things together at the start of this campaign, so you'd be like, oh, well, I already have this, and then when I rank up, I'll get something cool. But we didn't do that, so you're really, really good at a lot of other stuff. But yeah, for the time being, no, you don't get Jonah 2. I think there's some other things, like at rank 5 or something, you get trauma team insurance. Lots of
Noted.
perks.
Okay, I can't teamwork us out of this, guys. Sorry, was just checking.
I appreciate the attempt for teamwork. Teamwork's always
I've been
good.
told it makes the dream work.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Good job, Jonah.
All right,
Just
Frizz,
4
good to-
people patting him on the chest.
Yeah.
Nice work.
I mean, given his build, he has the real estate for that. All right, Kelly, you good to log into the network?
Yeah, but first thing that you notice when I log into the network is that I am no longer the familiar gecko. No, in fact, this time I am a chameleon.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth mode?
Yeah. Please refer to me as Cammy from here on out.
All
I say
right.
to everyone.
Are you streaming this? Is this a rebrand?
I'm recording it, but I am not streaming it.
That's
I
probably
record
for the best.
everything.
Chat would just be completely full of RABIDS bots spamming obscenities.
Exactly.
So, just like normal Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Hey.
But not ours, you're amazing. All right.
Thanks, chat.
As soon as you connect in, the room, again, as always, it's augmented reality. So you still see the small booth that you're all occupying, but strands of digital silk weave up the sides, culminating in a massive web. And the digital avatar of Recluse, a brown recluse spider big enough to fill the entire chamber, clings above the ceiling. Welcome to my parlor.
Impressive. This must take a lot of server racks.
What can I do for you?
Well, I mean, really, what can you do for Red Sky City? Look at what's going on. And I kind of gesture behind me. Clearly, there's nothing behind me, but I'm, referring to the chaos that's going on in the city.
Interested parties are working on a long-term solution.
Well, how long is that solution going to take? Because I don't think we have that long.
With your help, we can shorten the timeline significantly.
And how is that?
We've been monitoring your progress. Your group is in potential possession of key information to containing the RABIDS.
What? We have information to contain the RABIDS.
Yes.
Well, what is that?
Arasaka stored vital information on a secret server before the Fourth Corporate War ended. It contained source code for Soul Killer, as well as a shackle protocol we can use to bind rogue AIs.
And that's a part of Deep 4?
No. It's the resting place of Sean Ashwater.
Natalie jostles you, and she's like, "That's Jerax's brother."
Oh God. Okay, the resting place of that. Did we know where he's dead? I don't.
Jim Fingers knows. If you can gain access to the contents of this database, Raish Bartmoss will be completely unnecessary. He was a genius, but he never did anything to help anyone, and I doubt he's going to help us now.
But Raish Bartmoss, that's who they said could potentially stop it. Why do you not want to go to Raish now? Or why should we not at least attempt to find Raish?
For one, he's a tool. And for two, he's dead.
Well, his physical body's dead, but there's some suspicion that he might still be alive, but somewhere on the net.
There are still pieces of him out there, yes, but they rather like the chaos he's spread. This is exactly what he would have wanted. But
Okay.
if we can contain him, we can ensure his compliance and come up with a restraining code for the RABIDS.
So either we find Jim Fingers, who knows the location of Jerax's dead brother, and we go and attempt to find the source code there to stop it, or we can go to Raish directly and find a way to capture him in a space that he is the master of to force him to do something that he might not do.
Yes. But the first is the key to the second. With the code, we can extract what we need from what's left of him.
And how do I know that I can trust you?
You don't, but frankly, I would rather not see everything consumed by rogue AI.
I agree. It seems that it wouldn't benefit someone like you and me.
Yes. But none of this is going to matter if we get EMP'd off the face of the earth.
Very true. Time is of the essence. I appreciate your cooperation and help with this. Is there any other information that you can share with us before we head off to talk to Jim Fingers?
Yes. The Iron Lotus is currently at an abandoned steel factory outside of town, preparing to make their move. If you and the Monarch were to head there, say, now, you might be able to interrupt them.
Okay, so plan. We leave right now, head on over to that warehouse. One of us contacts Jim Fingers. Monarch, you get all of the ammunition you can to get ready to blow some things up. And then hopefully we can find the source code and then go to Raish. Do you know where Raish Bartmoss is? Do we have a locale on him?
Yes, I am in touch with him.
You're in touch with him?
What's left of him, yes.
How do you know? How are you in touch with him? I thought he was lost.
He's exactly as lost as he wants to be. We all are.
Well, team, you think this is a plan that we could go through?
I need to know what I'm walking into beforehand. Do they have any information on the schematics of the building?
Limited information, outdated information. You may need to do some research on your own.
Pain in the
Well,
ass.
if there's one thing I'm good at doing, it's Googling things. So I can definitely do some research on the schematics for that building there, but how many people can we expect to be there right now? Do you have any idea on that?
Unknown.
Good. So lots of guns?
Yes.
Okay.
They are an armed anti-corporate terrorist group.
Natalie gasps.
They are extremely loyal to their cause. They are very well equipped. They are very well trained. Likely, they didn't send anybody with cybernetics because they intend to set off an EMP.
All right. Let's stop that E EMP.
Before you log out, Natalie's like, wait a minute. This lady is not our boss.
No.
We're taking instructions from her without even considering it. Why? Why should we trust you, Recluse? Ask her why. Ask her why. And I'm like shaking Miss Frizz, like.
Oh, I
talking to you
did.
like a
I did,
microphone.
but I can ask her again. Are you sure
Ask
we
her
can
for
trust
proof.
you? For proof? think as a one net runner to another, not that I can detect lies because this isn't Dungeons and Dragons, but I feel that I can kind of sense that you wouldn't want the space that you literally thrive in, your domain, as she gestures into this gigantic, webbed cave with the brown recluse inside of it, is not something that you would want to lose.
There is more at stake here than you realize. The net can be reborn. We have to separate the minds of gods from the minds of mortals, and both can coexist. This information may be the key to doing that. It could usher in a new age.
Wait, this could bring the internet back? Ask her if it could bring the internet back! I'm just shaking this prison, yelling again.
Okay, yeah, internet? Could we bring back the internet with this? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, this lost database is the key to the Blackwall.
Okay, well, we gotta go. That's, we need to do this.
Historical images of like online shoe shopping and like virtual Neopet spaces flash by Natalie's eyes. She's like, I could have plants that exist only in the ether. We could have NFTs again. Oh, what a time. Oh. Let's do it.
Thank you, Recluse. I feel that you've offered a lot to us, but we haven't really given you anything back.
This will be more than enough. You have capabilities I lack. Execute on this and consider our slates even.
Okay. Thank you very much. And, yeah, as a chameleon, I kind of just like evaporate and disappear from her net space and take my headset off.
All right.
I don't like it.
Yeah. She knew a lot about us.
This person just conveniently happens to have all the information that we will need. Last time this happened, I shot a guy in the face. So I don't know.
Doesn't that happen frequently for you, though?
Don't question my tactics, okay? Whatever gets us the solutions that we need in order to be successful is what I will do to accomplish said task. But I also don't like this whole thing about helping out corporations. Corporations suck, all right? They really do.
I'm right here, dude.
You're all right. But at this point now, I'm kind of shocked you still believe you're a corpo.
But this isn't helping out corporations. This is helping out Red Sky City. This is helping out your home and your friends and everyone that lives here. That EMP is going to dismantle society. And we need to do something. And the RABIDS are also attacking people. So we can't just not act. We have to do something now. People are dying.
Listen.
Natalie grabs the Monarch and she says, and the internet! We could bring the internet back!
That's the problem! He's like shaking. He's like, that's the problem! The internet's the problem! Why don't you guys see this? If you bring the internet back, that means the corporations continue to get more power, cause more problems. They're like, if you do it, if you get it back, it has to be brought back the right way. That's a fact. Okay.
Well, with us at the helm of this operation, maybe we can have some say in how it's brought back. But if we do nothing now, it's all going to be lost. So just shut up, get in the car, bring your boomstick, and let's go kill some people.
And he grabs his rocket launcher. He's like, whatever. He just goes into the car and angry.
Sitting in the back seat with his rocket launcher. Like,
whatever, man. You know?
All right, squad, what would you like to do? You have one chance to rearm, re-up, and do your research. Society is breaking down around you. Systems are being hacked left and right and taken over by the RABIDS and becoming useless. But a lot of the meat space networks are still operational. And Jim Fingers, you have the backing of Jim Fingers if you need to like source items and such. So you have one last shopping run before you head out to the steel foundry to stop the Iron Lotus from de-resing Night City.
Oh.
So it's mentioned that they don't have any cybernetics, right? So are there any...
Well, low probability that they won't have cybernetics, right? I mean, we can't, guarantee that is going to be the case. That said, though, I'm just trying to really get an idea of like what it is. So well, for one, Frizz, can you work on getting the building schematics at all? Is that
Already
possible?
on it. As
Oh.
I'm Googling building schematics. Like, I'm just scrolling through.
Roll library search check, please.
And I think this is a +2 because of my agent.
Correct.
So 20.
Okay. All right, you've got a read on this old steel foundry. You don't have total schematics, but you have like an old, being Earth image of it from the orbital cameras on that.
Maybe I can
pulled it.
see entrances or pathways that could help us. Okay, cool.
Yes. That being said, the current address is listed as your dad's house. I would know. So the validity of this information may have already been tampered with by the RABIDS. That being said, you've got it was owned by this corporation, it was sold, it was turned over to this corporation, it was shut down for health code violations, it was taken over by the mob, it was shut down after that. You believe it's still got power, it's probably got its own network infrastructure, it is pretty far out there, it's distant enough that it's likely not taken over by the RABIDS just because of natural air gapping in the absence of a profound cell network, etc. So it's probably got its own power supply, it's probably got its own network infrastructure, and you have determined a few possible entrances to the place.
Fantastic.
You got a 20 total, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's an AV landing platform. However, this place was at one point protected by Militech. They had a Militech contract, they had some Militech hardware. So there could be AA guns. There are 2 large doors, like big old industrial size hatches for the crucibles carrying molten metal to come in. Those are probably locked. They could be blown open, but they're like solid metal blast doors. So you could try to hack your way in or just go in through those doors. There is a maintenance tunnel that you could also access. Extremely tight quarters, and you don't have good intel on where it leads.
So there's
It's
a front
likely
door.
the easiest way to get in.
There's a front door. There's maintenance tunnels.
And
And
there's the
a
2 large
helipad.
hatches.
Right, there's a helipad, there's the 2 big industrial doors, and there's the maintenance hatch.
well, we have a hovercraft, but if we do if we have a flying vehicle, correct?
Then
Correct.
might have anti-aircraft guns.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I think, although it's a tight squeeze, I think the safest route is to go through the maintenance.
Do you guys still
Unless we
have
just-
gas masks?
No, but we could
Oh.
buy some.
We should buy some.
Yeah,
I think we should buy
but-
some gas masks and some biotoxin and some poison. And oh, the third one's a
I
video
like-
camera. Sorry, it's all very tiny text.
I like the way you're thinking. Now, here's an interesting bit. What if we created a diversion at the front door? So that this way it allows us to be able to sneak in, get inside, establish a confident position, and then I blow shit up. How about that?
So Zara is starting to nod her head vigorously. All the while this planning has happened, she has taken out her tarot cards once again to see and read in between the lines of how this operation should go. Alex, this might be your first time seeing these, but they are relics of the old past. They
Oh my God,
are
those
they
Pokemon
are
cards? Yes.
Oh, the relics of the old
Relics of the
past.
old-
Oh,
Alex.
okay, yeah. The relics of the old past. I'm so sorry. The relics of the old past. So sorry.
So there's the first card that she pulls, and she's like, So we must ambush. The proper way to do this is to go in and ambush the situation.
Okay.
We're
Interesting.
gonna have to throw some corkscrew punches,
Oh.
and we're
Okay.
definitely gonna need a rocket launcher.
Yes.
Okay.
Would those tarot cards happen to be, an alternate art or Shifu V or VMAX? But it's okay if you don't have it. I'm just asking for science. Anyway,
They came shadowless, Alex. You know what that means.
Yeah.
all right. I like this idea. So I think, yes, we get the gas mask. We force our way through the maintenance tunnel. We should get some flashlights as well, just to be on the safe side in case we do not. Well, yeah, definitely think we need to get some flashlights. Trying to see what else. Also, I would like to. Could a radar detector work here, Joseph?
What would you use it for?
Mostly just to scan 100 meters ahead. So like we can tell when people are around. This can give us at least a decent idea of where, like, are we going in the right direction while we're in the maintenance tunnel? Also, opportunity to sneak around, rip a gooch off.
That's actually a really, really good idea. Because first off, give me a tactics roll.
Tactics roll
For the
coming
planning
in
phase.
28.
Oh, crit. Okay, so
Whoa!
a radar detector will also help. It'll help with a couple of things. One, if they have anti-air guns, then this would give you early alert, because those anti-air guns are going to have some sort of guidance. They're probably going to have radar to detect incoming. So that would let you know, oh, okay, we can't just drop in on the helipad. Two, it would help you detect active security systems, because if this thing has a local network, and if Militech used to have a contract to protect this place, it's probably got sensors, cameras, turrets, other sorts of automated defenses. The Iron Lotus should have to deal with those same things themselves unless they've already taken over. Which means, by the way, that they probably have a netrunner. And if they have a netrunner, netrunners have to have some sort of cyberware. So at least one member of the team is going to have cyberware. Now, it is possible, depending on this op, if they're going in for an EMP attack, they might have hazmat armor as well, which would make a biological attack more difficult to initiate. But a radar scanner is definitely going to be a good idea. It's going to tell you before you get detected by sensors and cameras, so that way you can move carefully.
Got it. All right. Well, I'll pick up one for 500 eddies. Put that in my inventory. Radar.
Do you have rockets?
Let me see here. Grapple hook, comms. Oh, I still have our comm scrambler too, and a scuba suit. I'm assuming our
scuba
comms
diving in molten steel that could come in handy.
Just like imagining him like pulling things out of a purse. Like,
so I still have 3 rockets available. Feel like I can go for how much is a rocket again?
To buy 10. Actually, how many is this? It's packs of. Oh, an individual 1 armor-piercing rocket or incendiary rocket is 100 eddies.
Great.
Wow. It's not that
Great. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'll take 3. All right.
All right.
So we're at.
Do you want
6.
armor-piercing or incendiary?
I'll do. What's the difference between? I know the armor-piercing is standard rocket. I'm assuming. Right.
Correct. And when somebody gets hit by that, instead of going down by 1, their armor goes down by 2.
Got it. And what about the incendiary?
It lights them on fire. They take 2 points of damage every round until they use their action to not be on fire anymore.
Oh, I like that. You know what? We'll do 4. And I'm gonna do two armor. So I have. Let me see. I would have 3 already. Got 3 in my inventory. I'm assuming those are armor piercing because I didn't know about the other ones.
Correct.
So I have 5. I'm gonna call those AP, and then I'm gonna have 2 fire rockets. Yeah. Oh,
all right.
This is a great day, guys. This is a great day, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh man, so excited. Yeah. You guys will get it. Like did double or nothing. Just every time I brought up the prospect of blowing something up, she was always like, you shouldn't do that. You should just shoot them instead. I'm like, I totally understand that. But what if I was able to blow them up? And then she's like, oh, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would you go to do that? I was like, well, you're the one with the robot arm. Why don't you tell me? And then she'd come around the corner and then she'd slap me with a robot arm. It hurt for a little while. And then I would have to shoot them in the face when all I wanted to do was blow them up. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting all over myself right now. I need a Corona. Give me a minute.
Can you calm
Carol
down a
Prince
little
is
bit while
okay.
you hold the rocket launcher in the back seat, please? Can you just...
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm waving it around. Don't worry about it. This is totally safe, okay? I know exactly what I'm doing with this thing.
Please.
The safety's on old Betsy.
did you guys buy a gas mask, by the way? Like, is that something
Trying
I
to find where it is in the strategy guide.
So I have a
Strategy guide.
smog mask on me. Is that the same thing?
Yes. Anti-smog breathing mask is 20 eddies.
Oh, 20. Okay, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
and
are
the flashlight. And the flashlight as well. I'm getting a flashlight.
Those are also 20 eddies each.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. I spent 700 eddies plus 500 at ease. Let me get my calculator out right now. All right.
Does anybody else have anything that they want to pick up while you're out here? Are you good on programs, Frizz?
Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't have any of them get derezzed last time, unlike the time before that. So I think I still have all of my programs.
Sweet.
I'm gonna buy biotoxin and poison, but here's my problem. It is too small on my screen for actually me to see like the exact amount. Do you know how much it would cost me to buy 2 of each?
There should be a magnifying glass on the screen. You should just be able to click that.
There is. It blurs it as it gets bigger, and then I expand it to the size of the page, and then I click zoom in, fire. You guys don't need to know this. I can't read it. That's all I'm telling you.
Maybe you shouldn't have a. Maybe you should have a computer with a Pentium 4 processor. You know, you should.
You know what? This is a ROG Strix G15, and it absolutely does not. It's fucking crashing over here. It's just a one screen.
Joseph, I'd like to buy a flamethrower.
Understandable, wouldn't we all? That is a heavy weapon. So first off, a vial of biotoxin is 500 eddies. A vial of poison is 100 eddies. There's also, you can get toxic ammunition instead if you want. I can look that up for you. Let me find flamethrower.
Oh, I have it. It's 500. I have 1 point in heavy weapons. It's page 348.
Magnificent. Already on it. Yeah, done and done.
Cool.
You will need to buy incendiary ammo for it, which is going to come at 100 eddies for 10.
Okay, I'm going to buy 2 sets of those, so I have 20.
All right, so you spent 200 eddies, and you've packed up your flamethrower. That's going to be fun.
Oh, ammo. What are the ammo options for my assault rifle?
I mean, what do you want? Basic, armor-piercing, biotoxin, EMP, expansive, flashbang, incendiary, poison, rubber, sleep, smart, smoke, or tear gas.
Ooh, some good options there. Want to do a clip of some incendiary rounds.
All right, 10 for 100.
10 for 100. Wonderful. 10, yeah, we'll do that. Let me just put that there. Next 10 fire rounds.
Are you guys good on grenades?
Oh, yeah, I could use a grenade. I could use a grenade or 2. Actually, how much are 2 grenades?
100 eddies if you want armor piercing or incendiary. 100 each.
I'll take 2.
Zara's ready to go on the beat with this next big story, and everyone's just coming in with, a small arms dealer worth of.
Hey, I'm ready. I gotta buy some stuff too. I think I just have heavy pistols on me, but I would like to buy some armor piercing rounds.
Okay, so 100 eddies will buy you 10 armor-piercing bullets. You can buy as many increments of those as you want.
Okay.
Will those fit in a handgun?
Yeah, it basically it's like, okay, I want handgun ammo, so I spend 100 eddies to buy 10 handgun AP, or I can buy 10 assault rifle AP shots. You have to specify what kind of gun. It's not interchangeable, but you can get these for almost any weapon.
I don't want to buy those, but give them to Jonah.
That's valid.
I don't deserve those.
And then I'm gonna buy 3 incendiary grenades.
All right, 100 eddies each.
Oh, hey, and my bulletproof shield is fixed, right? I'm assuming in this time frame I would have done that.
Yeah, that's re-upped. You've got what's the name on the bulletproof shield? Stella?
My baby Stella.
That's right. That's right.
Stella protects. Stella kills.
Zara's like oogling and ogling over all of the equipment that everybody has gathered together. She's so excited. She can't wait.
Guns.
That's it.
Lots of guns.
That's it. That's the energy that we need right now. Listen here, everyone. We're gonna show up on that place. Now, I thought the idea would have been a diversion, but you know what? I got this radar detector right here. It's gonna tell us everything that we need to know. We fly in, okay? We see if they have anything on the building, or any anti-air weaponry on the building. If not, we land there. We go straight down. Shoot this person. Shoot that. Blow this up. Shoot a gun there. Throw a grenade there. Jonah, you do something. Natalie, drive a car into something. It's gonna be great. All right. If anyone needs Stella, I got her fixed. She's right on my back. Sling right here. You know, I point right there, looking all cool and stuff. Even though I know you know, I totally look like a psychopath because I have all these weapons on me.
Stella?
I'm just thinking about how you're sitting in this seat, like with a rocket launcher and a shield on your back, like. Oh.
Don't worry, guys. I got everything. We're good to go.
You know, when you go to like an anime convention, you're cosplaying, and you pack too much stuff already, so you have to carry all of your luggage. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining right now.
Yeah, that's basically what's going on. So, all right, well, but let us review this plan one more time. Okay, so we are going to take the air vehicle, detect if there's any anti-air weaponry located on the roof of this abandoned building. If we're clear, then we land on the helipad and charge right in. Now, we're not. We'll take low. We'll get to the maintenance tunnel. We'll go through there. I'll use the radar detector to scan if any people happen to be nearby. And then we just continue on that path. As we get inside, we ambush them from the inside. We hit them then with a few corkscrew punches. And then, boom, blow their asses up. Sound like a plan, everyone?
Let's do
Right.
it. What about the poison I bought? I bought so much poison, and I open like my little jacket, and there's just.
You take that, girl, and you throw it like it was your life that depends on it. All right, you chuck it. You do. Back in the day, there was this football guy named Tom Brady. Okay, he used to just throw stuff. Now, personally, never really cared for the guy all that much. Used to watch the all games, thought he was a douchebag. But here's the deal. He threw like it was a champion. So I want you to just take that and just chuck it as far as you possibly can. We want these assholes to burn alive, okay, from the inside. Everyone good? Everyone good? Yes? Yes? Yeah?
Yeah, Natalie's like all fired up.
That's right. And don't die. Break.
Has anyone contacted Jim Finkers yet to be able to find the access point to Jerax's dead brother site? What's his name? I need to stop calling him his dead brother.
Sean
It's not a great
Ashwell.
look.
You haven't. Yeah, Jim has that information. Jerax is working with him to get that information, which is why he's not available this time. And that information will almost certainly be available by, say, next episode.
Okay, just making sure that was said and done.
And also, is there anybody in the party who does not have a flashlight?
I have a flashlight.
Well, Natalie would like to purchase a
Bought
flashlight.
I asked this because while you were preparing to, destroy the entire planet with your arsenal, I've been fiddling with the tokens on the next map going, and you have a little light beam, and you have a little 90-degree light beam, and you have a little 90-degree light beam.
Natalie's going to purchase a little 90-degree light beam for herself and one for Jonah.
Excellent, excellent.
Actually, I guess I am too. I can't find one, so I'm gonna buy a flashlight.
All right, done. 20 eddies. Let me know when you're good to approach.
I'm ready.
And by
I'm ready
approach,
as
you
I'll
mean
ever
fly
be.
in and scope it out, right?
Yeah, what time would you like to go in? Like, what do you want to set? It's out as everything is. It's in like the same county as the chromium mine, so it's probably at least 30 miles outside of town, out in the Badlands. So you can take off for it at whatever point in the day you want to control sort of the ambient lighting, etc.
Definitely in the dark if we all bought flashlights and I'm landing an air vehicle, but I don't know what you guys think.
No, I agree.
Nighttime.
I'm sure it took us a few
Okay.
hours to get guns ready and suited up.
Easy. Okay. Any other prep before you load up? What's everyone geared up with? What are you wearing?
I got my corpo suit on. I got everything tucked in, same as I always do.
Jonah, like, he has his heist suit and he has his non-heist suit, and the only difference is that one of them is technically a sort of like a really deep blue and the other one's 100% black, but it's almost imperceptible.
Ooh.
Well, you know what I got on, baby. I got the trench coat, the bulletproof vest, the shield slung on the back, the rocket launcher there también. Pero we also got ourselves good old-fashioned machine gun, little assault rifle action just to get up in that business. We also got the very heavy pistol. He's like, I'm ready to go put this sucker to work. And then got my shotgun. He does that too. Also, dart gun. Why? I don't know. Figured I'd throw it at somebody. And don't forget about this bad boy right here. And then I open the thing, and I got my sniper rifle right here in case we need to shoot someone from far. Trust me, guys, it's gonna get real dirty today.
Did you buy a dart gun so that you could take the darts out of the gun and throw the darts at people?
Yeah, I mean, well, and also I figured I don't want to mess up my pistol, so I'd use that for pistol whipping.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, because you can break the handle, you know, and I'm not a savage. And who gives a crap about some dart gun? What's that gonna do? Oh my God, I'm falling asleep. No, fuck that. I want to put you to sleep permanently. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm really excited
Can you wait
today.
till we're out of the car to get this hyped up, please?
He's got his whole arsenal. Everyone else is just pressed against the sides of the AV because now the sniper rifle is reaching from like the front to the back. The rocket launcher's on somebody's lap. You know, Jonah's somehow holding the assault rifle now as the arsenal just expands.
Yep.
Miss Frizz has her bodyweight suit on that she purchased recently, but now it has a nice red dye job on it and strapped to her, arms and everything. She has many different pieces of computer parts. It almost looks like she's herself kind of like a cyborg now, even though she doesn't have any cybernetics. More importantly, though, she now has a flamethrower strapped to her back, and she's taking her iconic iguana-esque look and turning it more into like a fire salamander.
Ooh.
Nice.
Like it.
And Zara, let's check in on the tech here before we go blow some shit up.
I was
Let's get
gonna
the tech hair
say
report.
it's pitch black, so it can blend in with the all black outfit that she's wearing. It's very high fashion, but also very safe. You've got that layer of protective armor that's gonna be a part of it, and her hair is up in a nice high slicked back ponytail, ready to go.
Perfect. This is the Redux. It's not a full album. It's the EP you're dropping after the Heist album.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to
two new
it.
singles.
Mhm.
Special guest star with the Monarch.
And then like a cover of some other band song,
Yeah.
Somehow it's Hey There, Delilah. It always is.
Smite. Launch tournament.
Magnificent. Okay, here's what I want. I want a pilot air vehicles check from our resident flyer as you take off from underneath the tarp and the cardboard cutout, navigate through the skyscrapers. Now, the terrain of Night City, the skyline is there, but a lot of the buildings are torn apart from years and years, and it's always like this is a gigantic husk that's just a silhouette against the night sky, and then this one's lit up because there's people living in this one, but now this one over here is just flashing because the rabbits have taken over and they're sending out obscene messages in Morse code using every single light in the building. The city's just looking really weird right now.
Oh, here.
A 10. I mean, I'm basically asking you to just do routine stuff, and a 10 is just good enough to do routine stuff. I want to point out, by the way, Golden Boy, that the outside of this AV, this flying car, if you played the Corpo opening in 2077, you'll know what I'm talking about. The outside of this thing is scuffed. It is bashed up. A lot of the paint is just gouged. There's a few actual sizable dents in it too. Mostly like if this thing had a bumper, that would be kind of crumpled.
Now, was it like that?
A lot of it was
Before-
like that.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
it?
First time-
Yeah.
The first time you saw it, it looked like this. I'll point that out.
Okay. Well, I mean, clearly it had to have been the previous owner was the problem. It couldn't be our resident driver. That was the one that messed this up. Yeah. Perfect.
No, I mean, you are entitled to your assumptions, and I stand behind your logic.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely more on your side here, for sure.
I am a great driver.
Yeah,
Jonah
yeah,
is
definitely.
staring directly into the middle distance. He's just
Yep, everybody in. Don't look at the paint. Come on.
all right. As you take off, there is one false start. I don't know what the flying vehicle equivalent of scraping, when you go over a dip too fast and you hear that scrape, and there's no real damage, but you definitely wince. You get a little bit of that on the takeoff. It kind of bumps a little bit as you're adjusting and catching the thermals that rise up around the skyscrapers. But you get out there, you head out into the desert. You're operating on instruments right now because it is dark at night. The desert is not inhabited. And people who do live out there tend to keep their lights covered so they don't attract the roving Mad Max wasteland bands, you know, the road warriors and such that live out there. So you're flying completely off of instruments. Could I get, who's going to operate the radar detector?
You will first. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, dogs again. I think I have a
Damn
higher
it.
tech score than you do, so probably me.
What's your tech score? Oh yeah.
Is it basic tech?
I would take basic tech. I would also take electronics and security tech.
So they're both 6 for me.
Oh yeah, no, you got it. He takes it out of his pocket and he gives it right to her. He says, all right, rock and roll lady, you got this.
18.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. As you approach the foundry, which is built into the side of a mountain, you are absolutely detecting radar coming off of the landing pad. Those guns are active.
Yeah, we need to play the sneaky sneak. We can't go in guns a-blazing, guys. They're going to shoot us down before we can even touch the roof.
Is there any way to
Yeah.
change our signal to a friendly one that they won't shoot at?
I don't think they're going to think anyone that is coming towards them is going to be friendly with the current state of situations.
And I
This
was
is
like,
a terrorist
bringing
group
snacks
hiding
to
out
the
here. Snacks are the universal language.
Kibble.
Also,
Okay.
I look down and I'm pretty sure I see a hole in the aircraft. Like I'm getting a breeze. I'm like, damn, that's a bad dent. I look down. I'm like, this. I mean, but you guys really should have picked a better aircraft than what you got here. I mean, how could this vehicle get so banged up like
Oh,
this?
do you have one?
Crazy. It's crazy.
Do you have
Do I
an
have an
airship that
aircraft?
we could have right now?
No, but I take out my rocket launcher and I take out my shit and I got all this shit. What do you pick something here, Frizz? You want to see the hands? Sorry, I'm just getting really emotional right now. I just want to shoot some people and kill people. Does that make me a bad person? No.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, do you think you can hit those anti-air guns from here? Or are we way too far out for that kind of?
No,
Optimism.
I definitely can't. Like, look, let me tell you right now, this rocket launcher is meant for one thing and one thing only, turning people into Ghibli bits. Okay?
Ghibli bits?
That's what Ghibli bits.
Not Studio Ghibli bits, just Ghibli bits.
Yeah.
That's a
Definitely
different
not.
ammo pack entirely.
Yeah, I don't have that long range Ghibli bit setting on this rocket launcher.
So
All right, then.
another question about how anti-air guns work. Are they on some sort of like fixed angle? Like if we were able to come in like real low, would they not be able to?
So
We know about guns.
What do we know about guns? Well, I mean, the freaking Monarch knows a lot about guns. Essentially, they are set up in a way that if you want to land in the helipad, you will be vulnerable to getting shot at. You could minimize by doing some really dangerous flying, you know, zooming along so low that the sagebrush is getting blasted by your wake, and then pulling up at the last second so everyone gets some G-forces, going up, letting the engines idle, and then plopping right down into the middle of it and landing it on a dime without even scraping the paint. Then possibly you can make that work. But otherwise, they are going to get a shot at you.
Oh. Well, Natalie suggests the plan that you just illustrated.
How much HP does this car still have remaining?
That's taken, what, 30 damage, 40 damage
Oh, then yeah, we could totally do it.
out of 100?
Plus, if we're low to the ground when we're traveling and it all falls apart, we won't have very far to fall.
I'd prefer to have it be really high up, though, so that when I do inevitably die, it's a very quick and painless death.
Well, no, because if it's high up and then, you know, we all fall off and we're falling down, you know, I mean, chances are, yeah, no, that won't be very, very quick. You're gonna look at the ground, you know.
It's true. Okay, so let's try and speed racer it. Do you have confidence that you can do that?
Well, yes, of course. I'm an excellent pilot. If anyone else has another plan, I'd be willing to hear that as well.
Just take us low and let's just go to the maintenance tunnel for goodness sake.
Okay, let's play it safe. I like it.
You see Jonah pulling out a little notepad, flips through it, and then he writes down in very clean, very simple handwriting, parachutes. And folds it for future reference.
I do recall having a prior conversation about parachutes, and I feel like it was related to when we all got initially into this vehicle when I acquired it from Network 54. I said everyone put on parachutes, right? So they would technically maybe still be in the vehicle.
Well, you wouldn't have enough for all these people, I don't think.
Yeah, but the ladies.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I give mine to Jonah, so there you go.
All right, Jonah was ready to Rochambeau against the Monarch for it, but if you just pass it to him, he'll shrug and take it. If you want to just put her down outside of range and then go through, on foot through the desert, I will still need a check, but it's a check to see if you bang it up more, not a check to see if you all explode in a giant fireball and die.
So what would a range outside of the guns mean for us to walk?
A few hundred meters. I've been
And the
playing a lot of
guns
squad recently, and the guns can hit you at least 1 kilometer.
But we'd be exposed on the ground. So that's up to you guys.
It's nighttime. We're exposed anywhere.
Yeah, you can use stealth to get in. That's the thing. It's not like this is a fully functioning operational plant. It's an abandoned plant with some of the things turned on. And it's not crawling. It's probably... actually, give me perception checks from everybody, and give me a tactics check from the Monarch, please.
19.
All right. Frizz, you don't see shit.
And perception from me, or just tactics?
I would also take perception from you. I want one of each. Nice, Zara. Nice.
Ooh.
26.
18.
I feel like my perception's really low because the Monarch keeps spitting in my goggles and is making the car really hot, so they're kind of fogging up a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely have a steamy exterior. That is for certain. My wife likes to say that I'm a radiator. So
It's like the Titanic car in here, like I'm rolling down the window to drive. Like,
and yes, Joseph, if you're keeping track, I mentioned the Bronx and my wife, my roommate so far.
it's cool. We just have to get a Dwayne The Rock Johnson in here and we'll have the hat trick.
Yep. The Golden Boy hat trick.
Someone in chat gets bingo. All right. So, give me that pilot. Did we already get that pilot check to put her down?
Let me get you that pilot check.
Yeah, let's
there.
get that pilot
Just
check.
down
Oh, and
on
I
the
need to give you
ground.
results. All right, yeah, with an 11, it's no further damage. It's a bit of a rough landing, but any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Here's what your intel shows from overhead. Zara, you actually got a overview of the whole plant as you came in, and you
With
noticed.
my binoculars?
Yeah, with your binoculars. You noticed some stuff that nobody else would have been able to identify. One, they've got 2 AVs that they've landed in there. An AV has a maximum capacity of, this model has a maximum capacity of 6 people. So they've got up to 12 people on site. And if they're carrying an EMP, that's a really large device. So that's going to reduce that count a little bit further. Some of that information comes from the Monarch's tactical intel. Here's something else you notice. There is a rusted out section on the west side of the facility on top of the building with a hole in the roof. It's a small one, but it's small. You could crawl through it. That you've discovered a 4th secret way to get in, a hole in the roof.
So I immediately turn to the entire crew and I go, hey, look at this. I show the binoculars. I'm like, you want to see? There's a hole in the roof over there. If we don't want to go through the maintenance tunnel, we could just grapple gun our way up onto the roof. And there's an escape route. There's 2 AVs on top of the roof that we might be able to use to try to get away, especially if we're able to pew pew everybody in there. Then we got another car that we can take. Natalie, you feeling up to it?
I'll take a fresh AV for sure. Does that mean we should trash this one out here?
Why?
Just abandon it, I think.
Just leave it. It's gonna make too much noise.
I just pat it gently and be like, you survived this time.
That's what I always said to my new hires. Anyways, moving right along. What would you like to do?
Natalie's really psyched about the hole in the roof idea because she bought all this poison that she would love to drop into that hole on any people standing below.
Ooh. Well,
I'm
I
gonna
like the
take.
idea.
No matter which approach you get, as soon as you decide to deploy, I'm going to take stealth checks from the whole party. And if you want to get into the maintenance tunnels, it's going to involve a little bit of climbing, but not that much. But if you want to go in through the hole in the roof, it's going to either involve the use, everybody has to use one use of their grapple guns, or there's going to be climbing involved.
we could have split up 2 and 2, but splitting up is always risky.
I don't like
Look, tactically, I don't think that's a smart idea. Let's use our grapple gun and shoot up into the hole.
Okay,
That's the best thing that we need to do right now.
sounds good.
I like it.
All right, everyone good for that?
Yes.
That's a live view of my current back. But don't worry, I can carry everything.
That's amazing.
You got like a little wagon with you, like.
Yeah, I have a donkey that just comes with me everywhere.
What's the weapon donkey's name?
The weapon donkey's name? Oh boy. We gotta think of something really, really ridiculous. You just say, I'm just gonna call it Oscar, which is my brother-in-law. That's like, that's Oscar the because he was a donkey, Oscar, and it also is my brother-in-law. So there it is. Wait, no, was
All
that
right.
Oscar the Grouch?
I was wondering what Oscar the donkey. Of course, we all know Oscar the donkey, Alex.
Cultural
What?
touchstone Oscar the donkey.
The
Not the
hell is
Grouch,
the
the
name of the
donkey.
damn donkey in Winnie the Pooh?
Eeyore, honey.
Eeyore. There it is. Eeyore. Yeah. Yeah, my bad.
You're the Grouch and Oscar the donkey. All right. Give me stealth checks, team.
Oh dear.
Is everybody firing their grapple guns? I'm going to knock off one use of your grapple guns if you do
Yes.
so.
Yes. Yes. 14.
18, 14, 12, 17. I'm going to need a roll for Jonah and 4. All right, there we go. Jonah and Natalie Smith got an 18. Nice. Okay. We are on covert ops today. Let me just drop everybody in here and we will switch scenes.
So the plan here is just to kill everyone, right?
To stop the EMP, if people die, that's, a side effect.
All right. Perfect.
All right. Welcome to the Steel Foundry. Now, you will find each of you is equipped with a flashlight. If you click on your token, you have a little handle you can use to rotate your token, so you can literally aim the flashlight at stuff.
Ooh. That's.
How do I? Oh, is that it?
Know how to-
Like that?
Oh,
The
I
handle should be at the top
see.
of your character token.
It's a little, blue box.
Mm-hmm.
Zara's taking a quick peek around, takes out the binoculars, and sees if she can see anything, any people inside the foundry.
Okay. Roll a perception check. 18. You know from earlier that the landing pad is being guarded. You had a really good roll earlier, so you know that there are at least 3 people guarding the landing pad. You also know that the landing
Okay.
pad is to the northeast, that way.
Okay. So I turn to the group and I quietly tell them, there's 3 people on the roof right now, and those AVs can only hold 12. I didn't see any vehicles on the ground. And also subtracting for the amount of space that EMP device would probably take up, there's maybe... Quick math. Casters can't do quick math. What am I doing? Why am I doing this on broadcast?
You did it
maybe
to yourself.
6 or 7 people maybe walking around in the foundry area or in this building.
And we can expect
your
that
eyes out.
once action does start, that those 3 from the roof are going to come down as well.
And it's sort of over the molten lava pit over into the northeast area. So that's where they would come from if they were to come down.
Okay. Interesting. So there'd be a place where they would funnel down then.
Also, Zara, with that perception check, if you look all the way over here on the other side, you can see that there's a room with some large bars of steel, just absolutely massive industrial strength bars of steel right here that you should be able to see at least somewhat. But you also see 2 fully armored members of the Iron Lotus. They are on patrol, and Rachel, roll 1d10.
Ooh.
Not good.
They're heading away from you.
Great.
It was an even odd sort of thing. So
okay.
they're on patrol and they're headed away from you. Also, who has the radar scanner?
Kelly.
No?
The Frizz. The Frizz has
Oh,
it.
okay. Never mind.
All right.
I thought you just let me have it in the car, but okay, I have it. Oh, cool.
No, you have it because you were like, I have the best tech.
That's how I sound. Thank you. I really appreciate you doing an accurate representation of me.
You're welcome.
He wasn't here. He didn't get to meet Sheraton.
That's true. Paris Sheraton,
You missed out.
social
dude.
aid extraordinaire.
I'm
All
glad. I probably would have shot him, to be fair. So I think it's good. Best I didn't.
Wow.
So, context. All right, so that's the situation. The only way out of this room that you currently see is directly to the east. There's a lower area. It looks like this used to be storage. Again, it's all sort of rotted out. But so it's just like a one-way storage area. It's been exposed to the elements, and you can walk out this way. There's a catwalk. The ground below is probably a good like 8 meters below the catwalk. What would you like to do?
Guess I should use that radar and see if it can detect anything. It doesn't make too much noise though, does it? When it's active?
No, it's totally silent. It isn't radar. It detects radar.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good then.
Mhm.
Oh.
From yep.
Oh.
Please don't freeze
Well,
on a
looks like
silly
it's
one.
up to you. Yeah, Zara, it's you and me. Let's go. We go in.
Let's
Guns
go.
a-blazing.
All right.
Oh no.
Copy that.
What a great time to observe our beautiful overlay, though, with our HP in the bottom right now. That is an excellent feature.
Ooh.
Oh, has there been a point where we have been able to regenerate some of our hit points? Because I took a beating after the Network 54 incident, but I feel like action has happened so fast that I haven't been able to recover. Am I correct in assuming that?
That's correct. Healing in Cyberpunk, you have to take a day off, complete day off, in order to heal any of your health.
Okay,
Now,
we have definitely not done that.
Correct. If Jerax was around, Jerax has some medical stuff that he can do in order to try to assist. But you're going to have to wait to avail yourself of those services until our next episode.
All right, so hopefully I just don't die.
I like the way he's, well, okay, hopefully I don't die. There it is. Okay.
All right, give me an electronic and security check, Frizz, to scan the area for sensors and radar. $22. Okay. Yeah. Moment you step out that door, like literally the moment you step out that door, there are multiple sensors. You are picking up a source of radar waves emanating from down here,
Okay.
coming up this way, and another one over in this room emanating this way. So there's probably a security scanner camera there and one down to the south.
Okay. I informed the team with like some super cool secret but not saying anything, even though I can still speak to them. But it's
Up mode.
and they
Okay.
get it 100%. They understand.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, do we want to declare like a rally point or a safe word or anything? Like, what if we get split up? Where should we go?
Yeah. If everything goes awry, just yell cabbages, and that's when
Okay.
we know that we can go guns a blazing. All right, cabbages.
All right.
Mhm.
So when you guys hear cabbages, that means you're clear to kill. But don't just yell cabbages,
No.
Monarch.
Mm-mm.
All right. I mean, look, I happen to be a big fan of cabbage. So you know, you couldn't have picked a better word for me. All right.
Perfect.
I love cabbage when it was available back then. Can't really find it all that much now. You get the synthetic stuff, but you know, it's okay. It's still
Oh, I thought it was a
Nice.
made-up word.
no. Your mother didn't make you any dishes with cabbage in them. Corpos are so sheltered. Okay, well,
I offer you a bag of kibble, though.
I take the bag of kibble. Put it in my inventory.
Flavor is it?
What flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pine nut sundae.
Pine nut sundae.
You would think it'd be good, but it's actually what they thought was the flavor of pine nuts is pine sol. That was all they could find from the past.
I thought we were finally getting. I thought it was like, actually, that doesn't sound awful.
Yeah,
It tastes
but
like ice cream and chemicals.
could
it's
have
my
been
favorite.
great. All right, I would like to get to the front here, and I would like to do like a peek around tactics check to kind of get a feel, like almost stealthy a little bit, you know, perched up against a wall, gun out, and I kind of just want to look around to see if anything is around in our immediate vicinity. I know
Okay.
you said that there were cameras that were picked up, right?
Right.
Was anything
There's a
else
camera
picked up?
down here. There's definitely a camera down here. And there's a camera in this room, though it's in this corner off to the right, so it won't be able to see you until you get in this room. But the moment you go out on this catwalk, there is a camera down here that will be able to detect you.
Okay, that's just a flat out catwalk. There's no ways to like walk around that.
Correct. Let me give you the lay of the land here. This catwalk goes all the way across into this room. There's another level below. This area that you see right here is 6 meters below. Actually, 10 feet equates. It's 4 meters down. It's 4 meters down. So it's like a story below. And then at the very bottom, way down here, this is another story below that, this sort of trench area.
Oh, okay.
Now, you can also see a crucible over here that should be full of molten hot steel, and it would be if the foundry was actually active. It's just sort of hanging there above a drop point. So there's a hatch in the floor below it.
Okay. And the camera's looking literally right at the doorway where we are.
The
It's
catwalk.
a 360-degree camera. None of this Deus Ex visible, observation cone stuff.
Gosh darn it! I was really hoping for the Deus Ex. Anyway,
Can I see if there's any access points to control the cameras?
Everyone gets a +1 IP. Roll an interface check. 13. So there is actually an access point, but it's pretty far away. It's like 30 meters away.
Oh, okay.
What you can do, you can take 1 minute and make an electronics and security check to disable the camera. You can do like quick hacks on security devices. You can't control it,
Okay.
but you can nullify it with a successful electronics and security tech check.
Is 22 good enough?
22 is absolutely good enough.
okay, that was literally your grandma's boy. Oh my God, is S tier great?
Is that so good? Is that, do I want to win?
Is that what we need to win? Yeah.
I tried to sell people that the chair from Grandma's Boy was the way that all esports should be observed, and it was in fact mandatory equipment, but I did not pull that off.
Good
right.
attempt. Good attempt.
Right? So you have managed to deactivate the camera, feed it a loop, whatever you want to say. You've killed that feed, so you guys can exit this room if you want.
All right, I'm gonna make my way out first.
Now that is a full minute that's going to take. That's enough time for these guards way over here. They're going to move into this room. They're going to look around for a bit. They're going to come back. You hear them go through a door, and then they're out of sight.
Okay. So I'm gonna like roadie run quickly across the bridge, and also just as I'm doing so, because I am the freaking Monarch, I wanted to get like another perception of like what I'm seeing as I look around, just to be on the safe side. I know what's ahead, but I want to also look because I see that we're on top of this catwalk. I'm gonna make my dash for it.
All right, roll a stealth check.
Okay. 12.
Okay.
Do I run across it?
You do run across it. I'm going to roll perception check.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Okay. 1, nobody detects you. And 2, as you cross, you can see over in this direction. This is one of the big doors on either side of the facility, and it's guarded. There are 2 Iron Lotus fully armed. They have hazmat armor, and they are standing guard by this door. Roll a perception check to scan the area.
16.
Okay, that's all that you immediately notice. You do know that there's some other drop points down here. There's sort of, it's all built in these big like metal lanes essentially.
Okay, and then also just as I'm assuming this is going from room here to room here, right? Like we're going to 2 separate rooms. Okay, so this isn't like out in the open.
That being said, there is a camera in the room you're standing in. That camera has not been disabled yet. You notice it immediately upon rounding the corner. It is in this corner right here.
Where? Sorry.
Right here. Oh, no, that's not showing up because I'm on the wrong layer. Right here.
Shit, right where I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 360, whatever.
Monarch, didn't you see me do all my hand motions and point it out?
She
the
did
I
the
didn't understand.
motions.
We gotta get across the dang thing, Frizz. You should have deactivated them both.
Does he look like the Iron Lotus guards? I mean, they're all decked out and muscular. Monarch's all decked out and muscular. Like, they're not expecting anybody here. Like, are they really gonna notice another, like, military himbo wandering around? Like,
Well, let me just make a quick roll. Don't worry about what it is at all. Oh.
yes!
Okay. Monarch, as you enter the room, you immediately see the camera, but you have a moment to react. You can do something before you are detected. Because the person operating the camera is having a bad day and just isn't looking at that screen at this exact moment. Now, taking a quick lay of the land, there are some massive steel bars. I hesitate to call them steel bars as they are the size of cars here in the middle of the room. You get behind them, you'd have complete cover and you'd be hidden. But after that, you'd basically be pinned down by the visual radius of this camera. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm
Or
gonna
you can
go.
duck back the way you came.
I'm gonna go and do that, and I'm gonna hope that Frizz deactivates. I'm gonna like turn back because they can all see me, right?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna turn back, and I'm gonna be like, guys, you know, like trying to like, you know, signal as well awfully, like the way Frizz did, and point at the camera and go like this, like that. And that's you know, that's what I'm gonna do. Just try and like tell them to cut the camera before they cross.
Before we go to the Frizz to see whether or not she's successful, I want to check in with Natalie and with Zara to see what the two of you are doing. You've witnessed all of this transpiring. What else would you like to do?
Zara, you go first. I'm doing some quick maths.
I think at this point, I really want to. I would like to join. Let's say I miss the hand signals, right? I almost want to go join the Monarch because I'm like gung ho about this, right? Like I'm definitely like not getting it. I'm gung ho. I know that there's a little bit of stuff going on, but I feel like I can make it across without being spotted on the camera.
Okay.
So I would like to run maybe across the catwalk first and see if I can make a perception check just to see what else I do see.
Okay, first give me a stealth check. I've already rolled my perception checks for the round.
Just trying to signal, you know, and no one's listening.
13. I mean, the Monarch only got a 12 and nobody's seen his ass yet, so you're good. Now roll a perception check as you cross.
I'm carrying all the armada.
22. Damn. Okay, here's what you spot with eagle-eyed vision. There is a control panel to the south. This is clearly the access point. You could either, a netrunner could access it, or you could just walk up and press the buttons on it. Now, it is on the level below you, so it's a full story below you. It's on the ground behind all these tracks and such. That's the first thing you notice. Second thing you notice, this right here, this is the entrance to the maintenance hatch that you could have gone through. So this is another exit from the building. That's good to know.
Okay.
Let me see if you would have seen these other things as well. Yep, you would have. There's an automated turret in the ceiling over here.
Oh.
And finally, to your north is a control room. There are 3 windows, probably with reinforced industrial glass, that lead into the control room. The lights are on, things are beeping. There's a netrunner tapping in to the system, flanked by guards, Iron Lotus guards. This is the central control hub of the whole base.
Okay. 3, 2, 2, 3, 10. There's 10. So I don't completely cross the catwalk. I've done my perception check, and I feel like the most important thing is I start to see the hand signals from the Monarch that we need to do something about this camera. So I hustle back over to the Frizz and Natalie, and I go ahead and tell them everything that I've seen so far. Guys, there's a turret on the ceiling right now. It's over where those guards are. If I'm counting the number of people that are in this place correctly, we saw 2 people walk into the server room over that way. There's 3 people that are in the control room to our north. There's 2 people over on the northwest side that are blocking that entrance, and I know where the maintenance hatch is, and I know where you can access the net. That's the most important part, Miss Frizz. We gotta get to that lower level, but we gotta also save Monarch's ass first. Let's shut off that camera. Can we figure out a way to do that, Miss Frizz?
Miss Frizz is just kind of glaring at both Zara and the Monarch, be like, oh, what a great idea. Yeah, you know, let me get to that. Let me do that for you real quick, okay. She looks to the Monarch and she starts doing her hand signals again, then ends it off with a double flip, and then like puts it away.
and then I'm there and I'm just like,
You're just gonna flip the bird on me right now? You know what? Fuck me, fuck you too.
okay, and I'm just like yelling, like in silence. I'm yelling in silence at Frizz.
All right.
I want to check in with Natalie before we get to the Frizz.
So Natalie was listening to Zara kind of recite the locations of all these the people around the base. She's like, okay. And she's like mentally counting out the number of like poison vials she has, and she's like, oh, we got enough. And she's gonna take like half of them and hand them to Jonah. Now Jonah's got the better arm between the 2 of us, a little better accuracy. We're making some plans, and I guess I gotta figure out how the poison works. Joseph.
Good question. Definitely something that, you know, isn't important to know before you purchase it.
I got very excited in this story. This
Okay.
is not at all based on real life.
An entire vial of biotoxin can be smeared on any light melee weapon as an action.
Does it aerosol if I do anything?
Not by default.
What if...
Now, so it would take some, if you had a tech in the party, like if you had Chet with you, he could definitely jury-rig something. If you could get it into their food or something along those lines, then you could definitely make it work. They are wearing like full armor with goggles and gas masks and the whole thing. So you need to introduce it directly into the armor, either by stabbing them with it or something else. The Netrunner is the only exception. The Netrunner does not appear to be wearing that gear.
So I'm so excited. I've got this whole plan in my head. I am gleefully handing Jonah like vials of poison, and he's looking at me because I feel like he knows this and I maybe didn't. So he's like, what am I supposed to do with all this poison? Are there any like water coolers?
You just want to poison
We're
the
going
office.
for the long game.
You want to poison the office.
Yeah, okay, Natalie's just gonna take the poison vials and put them back in her jacket and just quietly sit there until orders are given.
You're just gonna go up to them like, So Ferguson, I heard that the third quarter returns came in pretty well for active terrorism.
That's
I'm
right,
actually going to
Johnson.
start dripping them into kibble bags, if I may, and like sealing them up. No one really understands what Natalie's doing in this scenario, but she's really got a plan.
Forbidden
Make the poison work.
kibble. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and unless anybody has anything else they'd like to do, I'm gonna let Kelly take a roll to disable the cameras in the next room, and we'll go from there. 18. Good enough. All right. You have now disabled the cameras. Now, you can remotely control these specific cameras if you're within 6 meters of them. If you actually log into the network, then you could probably see through any camera, you know, like in any FPS with hacking. And then are you going to cross over? You good?
You're muted again, Miss Frizz.
Sorry, thank you.
It's crazy for the person with the most technology experience in the group. You can't seem to unmute yourself.
You called me a boomer earlier, so I'm just riding on that energy. I go into the room and I'm like, good move there, Monarch. Yeah,
No.
you feeling good hiding behind that pillar right there?
You know what? Shut up. Okay. I completely spaced out on that stupid ass camera. But also, why did Zara run and then run back? What happened?
She really likes cardio.
Because Monarch doesn't know everything that everyone else knows.
Oh, I guess that's Zara's signal then. As soon as the camera comes off, Zara comes over to the Monarch, and she lets him know everything. There's 10 people here. There's also a great escape route. I saw where the maintenance tunnel leads into. There's an access point down to the south, and there's 3 people in the control room over to the north of us. It looks like they might have the Netrunner with them.
All right, so then we just blow up that room. Problem solved.
I think that you might not be able to get through that glass, though. That glass looks a little bit tough. I would worry it might bounce back or not shatter the glass or just not do enough damage. I think we got to find a way to get into that room.
Also, we need to think about what we're going to be doing with this EMP. If they're able to set it off here, it might not destroy or it might not, take down everything in Night City, but it's big enough to shut down all of Night City, so it's definitely going to still be impactful. We got to make sure that we get anyone that has access to it away from them first and then find a way to shut it down instead of set it off.
All right. When you get access to the EMP or you get closer to the EMP, then you'll have the chance to sort of make an analysis, maybe do a demolitions check to see the maximum effective range on it. The 2 guards you saw earlier are passing below in the room directly to your south on the floor below. And when we come back from a short break, we'll see if our team decides to just rocket launch the control room, blow it up. Are they going to be able to find the EMP? How tough are these bad guys exactly? Don't go anywhere. We'll come back right after this short break.